Hey guys, welcome back to the Homeschooling Mom. Today we're going to be talking about what we can do to teach our toddlers. Obviously, schooling our toddler is going to look a lot different than schooling even a first grader. I mean, we're not trying to put our toddler in front of a table with a bunch of worksheets because that's just crazy. Okay, what is 3,771 divided by 8? But there are some things that we can do to help get toddlers ready for school. And I want to talk about some of that today. So, number 1, attitude. Our number 1 goal with teaching our toddler is to get them interested in school. I mean, of course, we want to teach them ABCs and everything else, but we want them to like learning, because if they're not enjoying what they're doing, they're not going to learn anything anyway. So the first thing we want to keep in mind is that we don't want to ruin all of our hard work and preparation and all of the wonderful things and ideas that we have going to teach them their alphabet. All go down the drain just because we wanted to do it our way.
Attitude? What does that mean? I don't have a good attitude.
All I'm trying to say here, guys, is that you want to make it fun. And the way that you do that is by praising them. You want them to be excited about starting school every day. So I'm talking lots of praise. Good job, honey. You did such a good job trying this new activity and not doing anything I wanted you to learn today. Number 2, attention span. Toddlers, I know this is going to be a surprise, but toddlers don't just naturally have the ability to just sit still for a long time. So that means that you want to do hands-on activities and you want to do things to make them fun. This is where that praise comes in, where you're like, yay, this is so much fun, because they're still small enough that they'll believe you.
Mom, you know Daniel can hear you and understand you, right?
Shh. Anyway, attention span. It's not something that toddlers just have. It's something that we have to build. And the way that we build that is by doing things with them, like school type activities, or like playing with them, or, trying to offer new things that maybe they will decide that they like because you tell them about how cool it is. You have to start where they're at. And attention span is something that you'll have to build up. So if you're having a hard time, just move on. Which leads me into my next thing. Number 3. Number 3 is to let them lead.
But I thought I was the boss.
Seriously though, don't push it. If you get out an activity for your toddler and they act like they don't want to do it, then just let them not do it. Move on to another thing. Get out a new activity. Keep it things that they're interested in. Because like I said, if they're not interested in it, then they're not going to learn. They're not going to learn. So we have a list of things that we want to do every day. And I will try to offer a few of those activities. I try to limit it to about 15 minutes a day of activities. And most of that is just playing. We have specific activities that we play together with that teach different types of things. So the only way that this works is if you kind of let your toddler lead the way. You follow what they want to do. The goal is to kind of insert yourself into their play. Look, you put a square on top of the green block. You can point out that it's green, but don't take over. If you push it, they will catch on and they will not want anything to do with this school thing. So one of the key things is that you have to let them lead. Okay, number 4. You will get more accomplished by trying to find opportunities to do the things that you're learning in your everyday life. So you may have your little 15 minutes that you're trying to do things together. But you want to reinforce the things that you're doing with things that you're doing in your everyday life. You're going to look for opportunities to continue to reinforce those things throughout the day. For example, if you're teaching your toddler how to count to 5, you're going to practice counting when you go up a set of stairs together. Look at the wheel. The tire on the car is a circle. So those things, the reinforcement is really what homeschooling is all about. Nobody loves your children and cares as much about what's best for them and their education than what you do. There are tools out there that can help you accomplish and teach the things that you're not good at. There are so many options. There are so many free things online that you can find to be able to help you on your homeschooling journey. So that was all I wanted to say about that. Moving on. Number 5, the next thing that you want to consider is setting a time of day to try to actually do the activities that you have planned. Think anchoring it to something that gets done relatively regularly. Say you have older children. You can have your older children start on something quiet that's going to last for about 15 minutes. And then while they're maybe getting their things out or doing a devotional or something like that for the very early part of your school day, then you can be in the living room playing with your toddler for 15 minutes and going over the things that you want to be working with them on. So if you anchor it to something that's already going to be happening in your day, then it's a lot easier to make it a regular thing. The next question is, what am I supposed to teach? So the kinds of things you want to work with your toddler on are basic things like colors, shapes, numbers. You want them to learn their letter sounds, their letter names. You want to work on developing their fine motor skills. You want to work on sorting, matching, big and little. Those are the kinds of things you want to work on. Another big thing, the biggest thing you want to work on is creating a love for reading. You want to foster a love for reading by reading to them and such like that. So in my next several blog posts, I'm going to be talking about pre-reading readiness and things you can do for that. I'm going to be talking about pre-writing and fine motor skills and things you can do to develop that. I'm going to be talking about flashcards and how to help them learn things like their ABCs, their memory work. Yes, I said flashcards. I'm going to be talking about songs and rhythms and why that is important. And I'm going to be talking about the importance of imaginative play and teaching them how to play independently, which will be a lifesaver. It is something that's good, not just for them, but also for you. The short answer of what do we do to do school with our toddler is I set aside about 15 minutes a day. I try to go through they're kind of like flashcards, but they're more like little sheets of paper. And I use them like they're flashcards. I have this really awesome thing called a toddler learning folder from a lady named Jady A. Yeah. Yeah, if you put it on there. That one's blue. That one's blue. Good job. Oh, Mommy will fix it. That's green. Where's the green? Here's the green. Yeah. That one's purple.
There.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
That one's black. There you go. And I will put the link to that in the description below. And her first 5 pages of this toddler learning folder have letter sounds and shapes and colors, and the whole folder is full of matching activities, which is great. Then we sing our ABCs every day, and I know it's missing some because Daniel likes to play with them. We go over our letter sounds and stuff like that with our toddler learning folder. I try to read a Bible story, or if he's not into it, a really short devotional. I try to read a repetitive book. And then we play together with some educational toys. So I'm going to talk about each one of those things in some upcoming videos to teach you how to do that and talk about the benefits of each one of those things. Now, I know that that sounds like a lot, but like I said, first of all, that's something that we've kind of built up into. And any of those things that he's not interested in doing that day, we just don't do. If I start reading a book, even if I'm making it fun and silly and yay, and he closes the book and is like, no, I just let that be okay. So after we're done playing together, he eventually reaches a point where he's like, go away, Mom. I don't want you anymore. And that's my cue to leave. If you are keeping it short and making it fun and there's lots of praise, which is like one of the key things, then your toddler is totally going to be interested in this. He is going to love school time. He's going to think it's lots of fun, but you can't force it, and you have to have lots and lots of praise. Make him think that it's exciting. So if you're interested in learning more, then stay tuned, because my next few videos are going to be going into a little bit more depth about each one of those things individually and how you can keep them fun and move forward with teaching your toddler. So thank you for stopping by. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe, and make sure you click the little bell so that you can get more videos about homeschooling to help you out too. See you next time.